Another MVP chapter. Today, we're going to be talking about um, one of my one of my one of my greatest students, and that is Trevor Smith. Trevor Smith. Before I start the chapter, like I briefly explained in the description, you know, when I found this kid, he wasn't really the greatest Call of Duty player ever. You know, he was a natural Call of Duty player. You know, MVP, I'm the founder of MVP, and MVP is a place where good and bad players can join and improve in COD. Now, he wasn't a prodigy like Bryzzi, and he wasn't a determined player like Suicidal. But what Trevor did have that stood him out amongst everybody in 4th gen, which is still considered the strongest generation in MVP for 5 years now, is heart, is passion, and his determination not to quit. Because even though this kid's going negative, he's not rage quitting matches, he's not restarting his KD. But he's still, for some reason, he's still playing the game. And Trevor Smith, which you're going to find out in the chapter, he was the very first person that joined 4th generation. I couldn't find my generations on time, but if you want to hear about my failures as captain, then you gotta go down in the video and search up MVPs, previous 4 captains, no, MVP, the legacy of the previous 4 captains, and you'll hear about all my failures there. But today, we're gonna talk about Trevor Smith, so let's get right to it. So, I wrote, and I appreciate all the likes in Bryzzi's chapter and the comments. I highly appreciate that. He is one of many people that make MVP as special as it is today and as great and as competitive as it is today. Okay, so now let's get started. So I wrote this Friday, December 2nd, 2016, titled Trevor Smith's Journey on Becoming the Second Lieutenant of MVP's 4th Gen / becoming the first captain of MVS. Trevor Smith is MVP's most aggressive player in history, meaning ready or likely to attack or confront, characterized by or resulting from aggression. He's very passionate about his comrades in MVP, but enjoys hearing tales of MVP's past, especially between Edward and Troy. On November 12, 2014, Trevor met the founder of MVP alongside Hiram on Advanced Warfare in Search and Destroy. During the match, Trevor was going negative, but had 2 kills the entire game, while Cheese had 1 kill, 4 deaths, and Hiram had 11 kills, 3 deaths. Black with Cheese was pissed off that he went negative with 1 bar connection in a COD game. He doesn't understand with the whole jumping shit. Hiram said, "Fuck, we lost, but don't worry, Cheese, you'll eventually get how to play, bro." Cheesemo stated, "I will never understand this fucking game. Like, bro, I went negative in SND. Plus, explain how I was pre-aiming this kid, then he flies in the air and kills me." Furthermore, after their loss, some random kid invited both Cheesemo and Hiram to a party, where we met Trevor Smith. The kid wanted Cheesemo and Hiram to join his clan. Cheesemo said, "We're good. Plus, I already have a clan called MVP. But we're a family, not a clan, bro. Plus, even if I wasn't an MVP, I wouldn't join someone in this terrible game." Hiram said, "But since nobody in our fam isn't in this game, we'll add you so that we could have some strong allies to play with each day." Trevor's clan leader at the time said, "Okay, sounds cool." Once Trev's clan leader got offline, Cheesemo asked Trevor Smith simple questions, understanding who this kid Trevor truly is on and off the battlefield. Black Cheesemo said, "So Trevor, how long has your clan been going on? Why did you join this kid's clan, and does he teach you how to be a better player?" Trevor stated, "Well, my clan leader started this clan yesterday. He sent me a friend request with a message asking me to join. So I agreed. But No, he doesn't teach me how to play this game. So, what you guys do in MVP? The founder of MVP stated, MVP is a place where good and bad players could join and improve in Call of Duty. Next year's our 5th anniversary, but sadly I haven't founded one member to start the 4th generation in BO2. Therefore, Trevor wanted to join MVP and told Blackman Cheesemo, look, I have BO2, but I'm not really good. That's why I've been playing Advanced Warfare. But as seen, I'm not good at this game either. Blackman Cheesemo stated, it's okay, kid. I'll teach you everything I know. First, we'll work on sniping till you beat me. Then I'll teach you rushing patterns on every map. So, Trevor, your Cheesemo training starts tomorrow. The next day, Cheesemo was signed online in a custom game, waiting for Trev to sign on and join his party. Once Trev signed online, he joined Cheesemo's party. Then the second cap stated, welcome to Cheesemo training, kid. Since I don't know how good you are, we're gonna have a 1v1. Both snipers and any gun. So, which one first? Trevor said, can we do snipers first, Cheesemo, cause I'm terrible with guns. Therefore, the match began. Blackman Cheesemo wasn't holding back. The second cap played at 1000% of his best, using his spawn trapping methods, wall banging both the orange and blue garage. Trevor had no idea how to kill Cheesemo, so he fought like a true MVP member, using determination as his only strategy. Furthermore, Cheese dropped Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone, and Warhog, which ended the match 30 kills to 4 kills, with the final kill cam being the Cheesemo. After the match, Trevor said, told you, I'm not good at BO2, but you're really good, Cheese. Blackman Cheesemo stated, thank you. But you're very good yourself, Trevor Smith. I was playing at 1000% because the first cap, my mentor, taught me never to go easy on my opponents. Also, while we were playing, I noticed you didn't have a strategy, an understanding of the spawns, a correct gun setup, or even average accuracy timing. Plus, you don't even look at the mini-map once I shoot at you. So let's do any guns, and I'll know exactly the level of your strength. Trevor didn't realize what he was lacking till Cheesemo told him. So he made his class setups, and the match began. The second cap used his strongest class setup of Reflect Sight, Suppressor on the Type 25. His secondary was a B23R. His perks were Lightweight, Hardwire, and Extreme Condition. In the beginning of the match, the founder of MVP dropped the counter UAV within 2 minutes. Trevor couldn't see, so he tried rushing blindly, which Cheese easily dropped Stealth Chopper and Escort Drone. Trevor decided to camp inside the houses, but Cheesemo was expecting him to do that and continue killing Trevor within a split second. During the middle of the match, Trev killed Cheese once, but wasn't enough because Cheese called in his second wave of air support, which made the match 30-6. Blackman Cheesemo stated, you got heart, kid. Most people I faced would have quitted by now, but not you. Also, you remind me of myself and the first captain. Trevor said, thanks, Cheesemo. Then the second cap took Trev to theater, showing him the first cap's domination clip and his own. While watching Edward, Trev was like, he's good. Troy stated, yep, he's the best, but to be honest, he's not really trying, Trev. Give me a second. Where am I? Yep, he's the best. But to be honest, he's not really trying, Trev. He's skilled with every gun in the game. Also, he was the youngest captain in MVP history, which sounds unbelievable. But at the age of 10, Edward was dropping tons of nuclears in Modern Warfare 2. Back in the day, he taught me teamwork in special ops training. But 1v1s wise, we battled for 2 years straight every day, all day, which made us evenly matched for 6 years. Until the era of 3rd generation, where I was tired of being equally matched with him, so we 1v1. I became the second captain of MVP and took this fam to heights unimaginable. After Edwards' video of domination on the map Nuketown 2025, Cheesemo showed his TDM clip on Plaza where he dropped 43 kills and 1 death. Trevor said, "My God, you and Edward are just incredible players, Cheese." Cheesemo stated, "Well, in this Plaza clip shows that I'm the fastest MVP member in history, so that's understandable." Therefore, those 2 clips inspired his student Trevor Smith to train hard to surpass the both of us one day. But, my fellow readers, the tale of Trevor Smith isn't over. It is just beginning. Several weeks later, Cheese decided to take Trev online to S&D where we met It's Your Choice and his friend. They said Cheese a friend request and we partied up. Once partied up, we won several S&D matches till Choice got bored and wanted to 2v2. During the match, Cheese was struggling to kill them both, so he nicknamed them Thunder and Lightning. But sadly, Trev was going negative, and Cheesemo knew Trev wasn't ready for Clan Wars yet. After Cheesemo's defeat due to terrible internet, he was motivated to take Trevor's training to the next level. So Cheesemo said, "We'll 1v1 in snipers with radar off 1 week and the next week with it on till you beat me. This way I could keep you at 100% for months on end." In the months of December, Trevor was improving online, dropping 20 plus kills, but Cheesemo knew he could do much better. So Cheese put Trev against 9 veteran bots on every map in BO2. Also, Cheesemo said, "Trev, if you could beat 9 veteran bots on every map in this game, 75 kills to 29 in TDM, your accuracy timing, hearing, awareness, and strategizing skills would improve online." So, at first, Trevor was beating the bots 70 to 55, which made him fail the Cheesemo training. Also, if you fail on one map, you continue to play the same map till you complete the task. During the first map of Yemen, Trevor's determination was over 9,000. The second cap knew it was a matter of time before he completed Cheesemo training. Trevor said, "How do you expect me to beat 9 bots on veteran on this map, Cheesemo? It's impossible." Black Cheesemo stated, "If it's so impossible, how did I complete this training? Matter of fact, I did Ultra Cheesemo training, which is 9 bots on veteran on every map, but here's the difference. I had to beat the bots 1,000 in less than 50. Once Trevor Smith heard the training Cheesemo did, it motivated him to complete the task. So Cheesemo explained first, second, third, and 4th gen strat to him. Furthermore, the second cap took the bots off to show Trevor the correct rushing and camping patterns on Yemen to drop all his streaks. Therefore, after Trev started using MVP's greatest strategies, he dropped Orbital, Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone, beating the bots 75 to 21. The second captain said, "Shit, you keep that up, kid. You'll make lieutenant in no time. Matter of fact, one day you could beat me and Edward at this rate." During the months of December, Trevor completed Cheesemo training on Yemen, Plaza, Slums, Standoff, Raid, Meltdown, and Hijack. In 2015, the year of the 4th gen was continuing. The only difference, Cheesemo's student was dropping 25 plus kills, and we had new members. During mid-January, Cheesemo was training Trevor in sniping once again. But Trev had improved since their first meeting because Cheese taught him ground game and wall bangs through both garages on Nuketown 2025. Trevor said, "Cheese, let's 1v1, but I have a good feeling I'ma beat you." Cheesemo stated, "Well, I'm always ready for round 2, but do you really think you could beat the best of the best for your first time now, Trevor Smith?" Trevor said, "Yes, Cheese, but no holding back, okay? I want you to play at 1,000%. So the match began. Trev had the lead by 4 kills and said, "Is that all you got, Cheesemo?" Then Cheese managed to get 6 kills, which he called in counter UAV. But since Trev's hearing and accuracy timing improved, he went to head glitch at green car in the middle of the map, continuing killing Cheesemo in the progress until his counter UAV was gone. Then Trev called in his own counter UAV, which shocked Cheesemo, but not enough to make him quit. Cheesemo said, "Damn it! Trevor, your accuracy timing is even faster than my own. But I can't make you win this match. During the middle of the match, Trev was killing Cheese in his spawn by shooting through the garages, stopping Cheesemo in his tracks. The score was 21-15. Trevor was winning, but since there was 10-minute time limit, Cheesemo had to think of something to turn the tables around. So Cheese tried to shoot Trevor in his spawn through the garage, but Trev hid himself behind this orange shack in the backyard. Then the second cap climbed the window, ran through the upstairs, which he jumped onto the staircase rail, killing Trevor hiding in the backyard. Then ran to the window, jumped out on the sign, killing Trevor rushing left side, blue house. Afterwards, both Trev and Cheesemo were in the middle of the map near blue truck, where we spontaneously killed each other at the same time. Cheese threw a tomahawk while Trev shot him in the progress. Therefore, the score was 27-29. Trevor needed one more kill to beat Cheese, so he pushed into the orange house spawn and killed Cheesemo beating him for the first time. Black Cheesemo said, "Trevor, I'm proud of you. That match was the best 1v1 sniping since my battles with the first cap in Modern Warfare 2 on the map Rust. Also, like I tell all my students, you're on your way, kid. You've surpassed me now, so I'm confident you can beat anyone." So to end off the day, we did Cheesemo training on Nuketown 2025 with our snipers against 9 veteran bots. We defeated them 75-15, which made Cheese feel better. In the months of February, Trevor had become the strongest sniping player in MVP's 4th generation. Also, he completed Cheesemo training on every map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Furthermore, his most strongest weapon of that month was his M8, which he used in Search and Destroy, dropping 12 kills and 1 death. If he was going try hard, making that number his highest kill. What the fuck? His M8, which he used in Search and Destroy, dropping 12 kills and 1 death. If he was going try hard, or while going try hard, making that number his highest kills ever in SND. Okay, so that was his highest kills in SND in February. During late February, Trevor changed his name to Super Hype and noticed tons of new members like Royal to Loyal and Young Prince and Pam and Super Pig, Shorty Angel, Little C, Gamer, and Sajid, who is currently the 4th captain of MVS. In April, Black Cheesemo had completed the 4th gen, so he made a party with WWFS, Royal to Loyal, Trevor, Young Prince, and Super Pig to head online to TDM action. The map they were on was Hijack, where the 4th gen made history, trying to beat the 1st gen's record of 75-9. So Cheesemo stated, "Guys, if we beat them again, 75 kills, and make them have lesser kills than 9, I'll proclaim the 4th gen the strongest generation in MVP history." Therefore, Cheesemo dropped Stealth, Escort Drone, and Warhog 2 times that game. Super Pig dropped Hunter Killer, UAV. Royal to Loyal dropped Lodestar, Orbital. Furthermore, Trevor dropped Counter UAV, Lightning Strike, and Stealth, but couldn't call it in because airspace was full. Prince dropped Hellstorm, while WWF assisted with UAV, beating the other team 75-5. Once the match finished, Cheesemo was crying because the 1st gen, his era, was the strongest for 4 years of MVP. Also, Cheese would never imagine that in his member days of 1st gen, along with his lieutenant run, destroying clans after clans, setting the record of 75-9, would ever be broken. So for the founder of MVP to have eventually become captain, continuing Edward's legacy, to then complete the 3rd and 4th gen to the point where Cheesemo's 4th gen beat Edward's 1st gen record, felt awesome. During the same day, Skid asked Trevor if he could join MVP. Trevor stated, "Sure, but I gotta see what you've got, okay?" So Trevor put Skid, aka Jaden, against 9 veteran bots on Hijack, but he could only use an Executioner pistol. Everyone in the lobby were laughing their ass off till Cheesemo joined. Cheesemo said, "What the hell is this, Trevor? You call this a debut?" Trevor stated, I just wanted to see how much determination he has. That's all. Therefore, after Jaden's debut, Trevor said, by the way, Skid, you didn't have to go up against 9 veteran bots because once you ask to join MVP, you're automatically in. Jaden said, you mean I got my ass kicked by bots for no reason? Wow, Trevor. 2 days later, Cheesemo messaged Super Hype, aka Trevor Smith, and told him it was important he joined my party alone. Once Trevor joined, Cheesemo said, listen, Trev, when you joined MVP, you weren't good at BO2 at all. But you had this determination that reminded me of the first cap and myself. During the 3 months of difficult Cheesemo training 1v1ing with snipers, you eventually beaten me and became the best sniper player in MVP. Also, if I'm mistaken, you've been undefeated for a whole year in 1v1s with your sniper class. Furthermore, you're the first MVP member in history to drop Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone, and Warhog in SND on Turbine, which is unbelievable. And you also were on Hijack, where the 4th gen became the strongest gen in MVP history. What I'm trying to say is, I'm promoting you to the 2nd lieutenant of MVP's 4th generation because you've become an outstanding player that I always knew you were. Trev started crying and told Cheesemo, thanks Cheese, so much. I love MVP. If it wasn't for you, I would have quit Call of Duty. Black Cheezel stated, I'm really proud of you, Trev. Now, being a lieutenant, you've become the future of MVP. So this upcoming 3rd captain tournament, give it your best. Give it your best, okay? Therefore, the founder of MVP stated, we're not going online till you make your lieutenant emblem. Once Trevor finished his emblem, we went online, won several games, and signed offline. In late August, Cheesemo told all the participants on who they'll be facing in the first round. Royal to Loyal versus Royal Diamond, Super Hype versus Suicidal, Super Pig versus Defend My Honor, and WWEFS versus Young Prince. The lieutenants all started to worry about their opponents for 4 months straight. The 2nd captain didn't have an idea of who he wanted to win. So the weeks leading up to the tournament, Suicidal, the 8th lieutenant of MVP's 4th generation, decided to have a practice tournament with all the other lieutenants. Suicidal told Cheesemo about his idea, and Cheese, the 2nd cap of MVP, said, that's stupid, but smart. Black Cheezel told Suicidal to tell everyone not to try, because the battle for 3rd captain will be soon. Plus, it's best to try and analyze your opponent's guns and strategies. Furthermore, Cheesemo trusted Suicidal's thoughts, and all lieutenants battled. During the change-up of teams, every game, the matches were fairly close. So since it was TDM, the matches always ended 75-70. Cheesemo was so happy knowing he chose the perfect lieutenants. Since I was on the phone with a girl studying and watching at the same time. Royal to Loyal, the 1st lieutenant, was using the shotgun, the MA1, and the Type 25, which is Cheesemo's greatest weapon. Black Cheesemo in 4th gen had 55,778 kills with the Type 25. The most kills in Black Ops 2 in the world. Well, I think in the world. I have way more kills now. I didn't write this in the book, but I have like 90-something thousand or 80,000. It's somewhere in the clips, but whatever. Back to the story. Super Pig, the 6th lieutenant, was using the Type 25 with suppressor and no reflect sight. Super Hype had the 2nd lieutenant, who's known throughout the 4th generation, who's undefeated in sniper battles and the best sniper in the clan, also who is one of the few MVP members who was personally trained by Cheesemo in 24-hour combat training against bots, against both 9 veteran bots versus himself. Also, he had the pleasure of 1v1ing the 2nd captain himself. Royal Diamond, who was brought in the clan by Royal to Loyal, was using the Scar H, the MA1, and Sniper. Also, he was the 3rd lieutenant Cheesemo selected, and is Suicidal's friend in real life. Defend My Honor, who's been in the clan for 4 years, and is from 2nd generation. Defend had proven that this is his family, and he'll do whatever it takes to protect MVP, no matter the clan war or trash talk. During practice, he used the Type 25 just like his nickname in honor of Cheesemo. Young Prince wasn't there, but he's the 5th lieutenant of MVP's 4th gen and has the same determination as Suicidal Leaguer. Also, he's a great leader and always a good at strategy. Furthermore, the original lieutenant from MVP's 1st generation that gave Cheese the idea of making lieutenants, which means you're no longer a regular MVP member, Cheesemo's best friend, WWE, who used an AN-94 and a Scar H. Therefore, due to this catastrophic buildup for New Year's, Cheesemo stated, "I don't know who's going to win, but whoever does goes one-on-one with the founder of MVP and the best MVP member in the clan. Also, the most determined among others in MVP never to quit, pull front, be an Avenger, save my teammates, and ensure MVP wins all the time. I myself will go all out against the 3rd captain, just as Edward did to me. If I get beat, it's good motivation for the 3rd, and if I win, I'm still the best of the best." Okay, whew. 1 second. Oh, God damn it. There we go. Sadly, the last practice map on Raid, Trevor was going through family issues, losing his mom. So when Royal Diamond and Suicidal were cracking mom jokes to him, Trevor explained what happened to her seriously, but they continued joking around. At first, Cheesemo thought they were trying to get in his head, but that wasn't the case. So Trevor didn't participate in the 3rd captain tournament, which devastated his teacher's heart and will to win. Cheese trained Trevor to be his successor like all the other lieutenants. Therefore, Cheese had to turn both his eyes to Royal to Loyal or Defend My Honor, who fought in the finals, which Royal to Loyal won and became the 3rd captain, nicknamed the Prodigy by Cheesemo. Okay, here we go. In the year of 2016, the era of 5th generation Super Hype had returned. Everyone welcomed him back with open arms, and the first thing he did was train himself back to his peak. After he completed Cheesemo training on every map in BO2, Super Hype, the 2nd lieutenant of MVP's 4th generation, explained something to Cheesemo that would evolutionize MVP to heights unimaginable. Trevor was talking to the 2nd captain of MVP about another branch in the clan called MVS, which stands for Most Valuable Snipers. Cheesemo was surprised he didn't come up with this amazing idea sooner. Therefore, Trevor said, "I thought you wouldn't agree due to MVP being a family." Cheesemo told Trevor, "I've always thought of it, but couldn't really plan it out in the past." Also, Cheese told Trevor, which is Super Hype, that if we're going to do this, you're going to have to lead that organization yourself. Therefore, Cheesemo named him the 1st captain of MVS and the founder of MVS on January 30th, 2016. After that, Super Hype and Cheesemo were up all night discussing the layout of the division in the MVP tree. Trevor said MVS is all about protecting the red gunners in MVP by camping in all areas in the map, which allows them to snipe off the enemy so far before the red gunners approach their spawn. The idea was, instead of MVP wasting time checking the entire house, MVS could just snipe the windows. Super Hype noticed that snipers online get killed off easily, so we came up with ways for MVS to protect themselves while sniping. All MVS members will have a DSR or a ballista as a primary and a pistol for the secondary. Also, they'll have a C4 to take out multiple enemies with one explosive. Also, there will be 2 MVS members together while sniping, so they could watch each other's back as well. In MVS, there's 3 ranks. The first is MVS, which is MVS member, which is understanding the foundations and rules plus responsibility. The second rank is Elite, which is becoming a co-leader and the future of MVS. Black Machismo told Trevor, "I believe in 3 years from now, MVS is going to blow up in the MVP legacy and destroy future sniping clans, plus trash talkers online. Until then, MVP is going to take Black Ops 2 to the next level." Also, MVS members are supposed to be very serious and focused on supporting the MVP squad. Therefore, in between the months of February and March, MVS was blowing up in the MVP tree. So Black Machismo, being the first member to join, was sniping with Rambo the Great on Express, where he got 30 kills with his DSR and less than 5 deaths, completing 2 of the 3 qualifications on becoming an MVS Elite. The second day, Troy showed Trevor the first cap of MVS, both clips of him getting 30 kills and less than 5 deaths on Express. Then Cheesemo said, "I hope you're ready, first cap, because today I'm going to beat your undefeated streak and become the first elite of MVS's first generation." Trevor Smith stated, "I always knew you were going to complete the qualifications, Cheese. So let's see what you got. But remember, you have to beat me 2 times in a row. Oh, there's streaks first game, but the second match, no streaks, Cheese." And at the beginning of the match, Cheesemo's accuracy, timing, and ground game improved a lot since the last time Trev faced him. But Trev didn't let that throw off his spawn trapping. During the middle of the match, Cheese dropped counter UAV, had a sentry gun in the middle of the map near red car, and a stealth chopper in the air. Trev said, "I'm not coming outside, Cheese. You'll have to come to me." But Cheese didn't need to, since he had air support killing Trev in his spawn. So Trev decided to camp in the house till Cheesemo's air support was gone, killing Cheesemo multiple times, but Cheese kept calm. Furthermore, the match was then tied 29-29, so Cheesemo shot Trev 4 times, but got hit markers, so he ran into the blue truck and did a side jump, killing Trev, rushing far right orange house. The second match began. The first cap of MVS took off streaks and started the match. Trev killed Cheesemo 2 times with his spawn trapping strategy. Black Cheesemo started to take his time because he trained Trevor in sniping and knows he gets impatient really fast. Also, Cheesemo realized quick that his strategy is based on being in the middle of the map. So as long as Cheese went upstairs or far left would defeat his strategy. Holy smokes. During the middle of the match, Trev spawn trapped Cheesemo 2 times again, making the score 21 Trev and 23 Cheesemo. Then Cheese killed Trev hidden behind the sign at the orange house, which he shot Trev rushing far right blue garage. Then Cheese ran into orange house, shooting Trev again in the backyard. Therefore, in a panic mode, Trev cheated using chalk charges on Cheesemo, but wasn't enough to beat the best of the best. So Cheese beat Trev 30-28 and was promoted to the first elite of MVS. Afterwards, Cheesemo said, "That was a great teacher-student battle we just had, Trevor. To think I taught you how to snipe. Then next thing later, you surpassed me after 3 hard months of training. Then you become the best sniper in MVP's 4th generation, being undefeated for a year, to then becoming the first cap and founder of MVS. Sounds like an epic journey." Trevor stated, "Yeah, now I'm your teacher, Cheese." Then a couple weeks later in late March, MVS had 9 elites. The first elite was the founder of MVP, Cheesemo. The second elite was Reborn Skittles of 5th gen. Third elite was DA of 5th gen. Fourth elite was Defend My Honor from 2nd gen. Also, the 5th elite was Rambo the Great of 5th gen. 6th elite was Fragile the Blades of 5th gen. 7th elite was Pam from 4th gen. The 8th elite was Skid, and the 9th elite was King Hydro from 5th gen. Therefore, MVS's first generation was stacked with the first cap Trev leading his 9 elites and 8 members to countless victories. On April 1st, 2016, Cheesemo declared a new event in MVP called Gen vs. Gen, where past, present, and future gens could battle to declare the strongest generation in MVP history. The main reason Cheesemo came up with this event was due to the 5th gen having 70 members, which is the most in MVP history. The second caps team had Bryzzi, Suicidal, Rambo, Royal Diamond, Young Prince, Defend My Honor, Trevor, and Pam. Road to Lowe's team had Fragile the Blades, Conviction, B Snips, Ibrahim, Commando, Baby Ashy, ID, and Rambo the Great. The first match was Team Deathmatch on Yemen to 100 kills, which 4th gen won. Then the next match was Sniping on Raid, but since Cheese had the first cap of MVS, he was confident in his team. So the fifth gen had to step up their game big time, but sadly they were defeated again. But once it was sniping on standoff, they were victorious. Furthermore, since it was a tie 1-1 in the series, both caps could join in with their gens on drone. But since Royal Toledo couldn't snipe, and Cheese could, gave his team an advantage, which made us win in sniping. Therefore, the final map was Hijack, where Suicidal and Bryzzi led their gens to victory, defending their title as the strongest for 2 years. Several weeks later, last page, there was conflict between the 4th and 5th generation, which Trev told Cheese, "I'm not training these kids that talk trash to a lieutenant like me." The second cap stated, "The reason 5th gen era expressed themselves through talking trash is because of 4th gen's cockiness passed down the line. Also, since you're a lieutenant acting cocky in all your battles made 5th gen members embodied your personality traits. Therefore, Trevor Smith understood how a previous gen influences a new generation to follow in their bad and good steps." Trevor Smith then took a 3-month break from PS3, bought PS4 and BO3, but at first wasn't proud because it was a jumping COD game like Advanced Warfare. Black Chuzo explained that it's far different from Advanced Warfare, but since the 4th Captain tournament will be on BO3 and PS4, you better start getting adjusted. Trevor then started playing mostly S&D and competitive matches like pubs, improving quickly in BO3. So Cheese partied up with Trev, Polo Baby, Suffy Brother, and headed online for some S&D matches, which we had a streak of 18 wins till we lost on Nuketown. Also, Trev could drop every streak in BO3, which makes him a deadly lieutenant that shouldn't be taken lightly in battle. Overall, Trevor Smith's journey from being a unconfident, no motivational desire to win matches personality changed when he met the founder of MVP, Black Cheesemo, into a phenomenal COD player that the second cap knew he was deep down in his heart. Therefore, Trevor will have the opportunity once again to make history when he enters in the 2018 4th Captain Tournament. The end. So, my final thoughts on Trevor Smith, real quick. The kid to like a regular clan leader that has the perspective of FaZe and Optic in a sense of you want to have just a natural good player from the start, and you expect them to always be there, and you expect them to play the game, and you build your clan like there's one leader and then there's one co-leader and then everybody else is pawns. You build your clan like when there's a clan where you need your top 5 best players to play, right? Which means that you're counting on these people to be online. So you have no trust in everybody else, and you're basically saying that everybody else in your clan is trash except those 5 individuals that are in the clan war. And you kick people that you hate or that is annoying or age, but whatever. Trevor Smith was a mature kid for his age. Okay? And he was trash. He was going negative. He was averaging 2 1-kills and 1v1s. He couldn't even get 10 fucking kills. This kid didn't know how to play the game properly. He didn't know. It took him months and months of training. And this wasn't like he trained one day each month. He was training every day, the whole day for 3 months. And I was training him because I was his captain. And he became a phenomenal player. Let me tell you something about Call of Duty. Just because you see someone having low KD or low stats doesn't mean that they won't kick your ass in that match. They could. Because these are just fucking numbers. Trevor Smith went from averaging 2 kills online to averaging fucking 40, 50 nuclears and all kinds of shit. All these people need really is a push and guidance. And that's what we do here in MVP. And that's what I saw in Trevor. Yeah, he lacked every essential quality that a COD player is supposed to have, supposed to possess. But this kid had heart. Fuck determination. He had heart. He was still playing the fucking game, even though he was doing terrible. But he had heart. He liked the game. And after all the training paid off, he was rewarded with all these ranks that he never expected to achieve. He created a whole new atmosphere, a whole new division, just like MVP, but sniping. And there has been no problems in MVS. It's been a successful division. It's the second most popular division in MVP as a whole. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say second. I would say it's really tied with MVP. I think Trevor embodies a lot of great things. And it's just about how I got to know him and how he got to know me. And I showed him my mentor, Edward, my teacher, who introduced me to Call of Duty. I never knew what the fuck COD was till I met Edward, till he's my neighbor, moved in. And he looked up to us and loved us and wanted to... He's always wanted to meet Edward and talk to him and stuff like that. He has the opportunity now. But that's the thing about 4th Gen. That's the thing about being captain. You gotta be a leader. I don't give a crap if you're a great player. I don't give a crap if you're online every day. Like, these are essential things that you have to do. But if you're a great leader and you care about making better players and you care about making people better than they were when they walked in MVP, then you should go down in history books as one of the best leaders or one of the best players of all time. Now, don't get me wrong. Trevor didn't become captain of MVP, but yet, as a lieutenant, he was showing leadership qualities that captains are supposed to do. That's why I had to talk about Bryzzi first, then Suicidal, for you guys to have a picture. You don't have to be captain to be a good leader. You can create ways of making MVP better as a whole. You can give people advice. You can train people. You can do debuts. 9 years MVP's been going on. And each year, you know, generations are built the same way. But if there's really something I can say about Trevor Smith is that he's a great kid and he worked hard and he became a really good rival of mine, and he's like a kid to me, you know. He's like my son. So I really hope one day, maybe in 2020, next year's 5th captain tournament, he can really return and really become cap, because he did it in MVS. I didn't write this in the book, but in MVS, first cap, you know, yeah, he had his co-leaders. Yeah, he had his members. Yeah, it was organized. People were training. People were 1v1ing. It was fun. It was popular. It was a new birth of fresh air in the fam. But he was depressed. Being captain still, at the end of the day, isn't easy. But because I had experience of being leader and captain, I gave him that help and that advice. So I hope you love this chapter, because he's one of my favorite students. Anytime I train somebody that has the same sort of what you call it, like origin story, like they're a trash player, they've never won a single match, they still play the game but they're trash. Every time when I hear someone say that I'm trash, I'm like, you're not. You just don't know how to play that well. You just don't know what to do. But honestly, even Trevor feels this way too. Despite all the clan wars and everything, training people in MVP is the most funnest thing you can do. It's like raising a kid. It's like training. It just, you feel that. It feels so good to train someone and make them as equal as you, or even better than you, which gives a greater degree of power to the fam as a whole. And that's what I love the most. And Trevor's first ever student, Skid, recently became the 4th captain of MVS. So, yeah, like, he was destined to become captain, because he was Trev's student, first student. But lastly, Trev looked up to WWFS. Like, he looked up to me, and he looked up to Edward, stuff like that. He was good buddies with Royal Diamond and stuff like that, and Suicidal, and he loved everyone. But he looked up to WWFS. One day I asked him, I wanted to read a chapter before I finished the MVP book. I wanted to read him a chapter, and I said, who you want to hear from? He's like, WWE, I want to know, like, what he went through in his MVP career. Like, and I think WWE is the last person I'm going to talk about this year. I just don't know what month I want to do it, or if I want to do it next week. But all I can say about him is that he's the original lieutenant. You know how all the lieutenants got, okay, he's first lieutenant, he's fifth lieutenant. Jabbar created that rank. So you'll hear about him in a few weeks. But right now, I got to go to work. So I appreciate you guys listening to Trevor Smith's journey. I love this kid with all my heart. And I hope one day I can see him become an MVP captain. I think that would be very special. But right now, this is Cheesemo signing out. Goodbye.